DBS News. Fresh in the morning, eye-opening and balanced. The DBS Morning News starts right now.
This morning's headlines: the Dominica Council on Aging to honor its past presidents during its annual general meeting this morning. Guyana's President Irfan Ali backs CARICOM's free movement progress but says some member states need more time. And on the international scene, the Texas floods death toll climbs to more than 100. Good morning, I'm Gavin Richards with the DBS Major Morning News. The details right after this.
Need one trusted place to stock up for your home, shop, or business? Fine Foods Inc. Distribution has got you covered. From dry goods and frozen foods to your favorite drinks, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, plus all the household must-have. We've got it all under one roof. We're right here in Jimmy Dominica. And yes, we deliver fast. Whether you're running a supermarket, a corner shop, a bar, or just like your pantry full and happy, Fine Foods Inc. brings you the best brands you know and love. Great prices, top-tier service, trusted products. Call us at 255-6810 or 316-0164 or drop by our Jimmy location to check out what's in store. Fine Foods Inc.
Fine Foods Inc., the biggest distributor for the biggest brands.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
DBS News.
Welcome back. First up in the news this morning, past presidents of the Dominica Council on Aging will be honored during its 29th annual general meeting this morning. Well, the AGM takes place from 9:30 at the St. Alphonsus Parish Hall under the theme Honoring the Past, Shaping Tomorrow. The president of the Dominica Council on Aging, Nigel Lawrence, says that the honorees will all address the AGM.
We anticipate that our patron, Her Excellency, the President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, will be present, and as well our Minister with responsibility for social services, Dr. Cassandra Williams. At that session, since we will be honoring our past presidents, we have three of the four living past presidents. They will be at that meeting and they'll be addressing the audience.
And that's President of the Dominica Council on Aging, Nigel Lawrence. We do apologize for the quality of that insert. Mr. Lawrence said the election of officers and committee members for the Dominica Council on Aging will also take place at the meeting. In some more news this morning, while Dominica continues to be among the highest in the world when it comes to its cooperative penetration rate, which stands at 219%. Well, this statistic was revealed by Dr. Andre Henry, director of the Cipriani College of Labor and Cooperative Studies, during a solidarity message at the first ever Cooperatives Awards. The award ceremony, which formed part of the activities to mark International Year of the Cooperatives, was held at the Intercontinental Cabritz Resort and Spa on the weekend.
Here's what might be a surprise and maybe a shocking statistic to many of you. Globally, the penetration rate of credit unions was 13.5% in 2023. In 2020, the penetration rate in Dominica was the highest in the world at 169%. But you were not satisfied. Your penetration rate grew by more than 30%, almost 30%, to reach a staggering 219% in 2024. Clearly a world leader.
Director of the Cipriani College of Labor and Cooperative Studies, Dr. Andre Henry. Dr. Henry added that Dominica's cooperative sector continues to be a pillar of national development.
Dominica's cooperative sector, spanning agriculture, financial services, and fishing, has long been a pillar of national development. From the steadfast leadership of rural women in village savings groups to the innovative youth-led agro-processors, the cooperative movement here continues to adapt and respond to today's realities: climate change, food insecurity, unemployment, and economic stability.
The Director of the Cipriani College of Labor and Cooperative Studies, Dr. Andre Henry. The Dominica Fire and Ambulance Services is reporting that the Roseau District experienced a high volume of regular ambulance runs between July 2024 and May 2025. Acting Fire Chief Wayne Lita said the fire and ambulance services responded to over 100 fires throughout the island during this period.
During the period July 2024 to May 31st, 2025, the fire service conducted 9,014 regular ambulance runs, with the Roseau District being the most active, with 4,676 runs. Other districts are as follows: Portsmouth, 1,257 runs; Marigot, 844 runs; St. Joseph District, 1,020 runs; Granby District, 532 runs; Castle Rose District, 399, and the Lapland District, 286, which is the smallest of all. In addition, 82 motor vehicle crash incidents were responded to. This accounts for a total of 9,996 ambulance runs. The fire service during the period also responded to a total of 108 fires, which include structural building fires, 33, motor vehicle fires, 16, bush and forest fires, 59.
And that's the Acting Fire Chief Wayne Lita. The Chief Executive Officer of the Discover Dominica Authority, Marva Williams, says the 25th anniversary of the World Creole Music Festival speaks strength of the Dominica's culture, Creole culture. Well, the lineup for the 25th edition of the festival, which is scheduled for October 24th to the 26th at the Windsor Park, was officially launched last week.
The World Creole Music Festival is a cultural flagship that has amplified the voices of Creole people and elevated Dominica's presence on the world stage. As we celebrate 25 years, this Silver Jubilee reflects the strength of our culture and the global impact of our music. The 2025 lineup is iconic, diverse, powerful, and rooted in Creole pride. For tickets, travel packages, and updates, visit www.dominicafestivals.com and follow Dominica Festivals on Facebook and Instagram for all the latest. Let's celebrate 25 in 25, where global echoes meet the heart of the nature island.
And that's the CEO of Discover Dominica Authority, Marva Williams. Meanwhile, attendees at the official launch of the event at the Villa Cocktail on Friday shared their views on the lineup for the 25th edition, or that should be the 2025 edition of the World Creole Music Festival.
I think it's a very good lineup. My concern is, what are we going to do next year if we have such a lineup? I believe it should be probably a 4-day event. I think we will get a lot of people in Dominica, especially the headliner Vibes Cartel. Really, really, really good lineup for this year. I look forward to it.
Well, I think the lineup is great. I think that the Dominica Festival Committee did an excellent job putting together the acts. I think it's catering to all the different genres, all the different patrons that will be attending the festival. So overall, it's an excellent job from the Dominica Festivals Committee.
Very, very energetic and very, very sweet and nice lineup. Oh, well, I'm a music lover, so it doesn't matter who's on. I'm here for the Creole Festival. I'm going to be supporting everybody. Well, it's 25 and 25, and it's a jubilee year, and I expected nothing less. Of course, Dominica Festival Commission, they've been at it for years, and this year we just come and just blow everything out of the park.
And these were some of the reactions from the patrons at the official launching of the World Creole Music Festival. And finally, from the news from the nation this morning, the Dominica Met Service will host a forum for the agricultural sector to assist with planning for the hurricane season. Acting Senior Met Officer Itoma James says this forum emerged from the National Climate Outlook Forum, which was held in June. James highlighted the importance of these forums in enhancing the dissemination of sector-specific information during the hurricane season.
We have tried to help in the development of resiliency in Dominica by assisting our policymakers with information that they can help in their planning. So we have had our National Climate Outlook Forum, which is a discussion that is based on a forecast for long-term periods that can assist our different sectors in being able to provide plans for their sector with sector-specific information. This year on our wet season / hurricane season forum, we had specific information for the health sector, and we have developed some products that could go directly and help the health sector in their planning for the season. Additionally, upcoming, we have another forum that spawned out of the National Climate Outlook Forum, which we expect to have on the 31st with the Ministry of Agriculture. This one is aimed at providing climate services specifically for the Ministry of Agriculture and the farmers. So we hope that we have a good turnout from the Ministry of Agriculture and the different farming entities to help them in their planning for the season.
Acting Senior Met Officer Itoma James. In news from the region this morning, Guyana's President Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali has acknowledged progress in the free movement of people within CARICOM, but noted that some countries still need more time to adapt. While he was speaking at the 49th regular meeting of the CARICOM Heads of Government, which is underway in Jamaica. Ali's comments came as regional crime and security dominated discussions, with new CARICOM Chairman, Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Holness, identifying the fight against gang violence as a major priority during his 6-month tenure. And on the international scene, the death toll from flash floods that struck central Texas on Friday has now climbed to more than 100 people, and an unknown number of others are still missing. Search and rescue teams are wading through mud-piled riverbanks as more rain and thunderstorms threaten the region, but hope was fading of finding any more survivors 4 days after the catastrophe. Camp Mystic, a Christian all-girls summer camp, confirmed at least 27 girls and staff were among the dead. 10 girls and a camp counselor are still missing. Well, that's the news. Stay tuned for sports.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Need one trusted place to stock up for your home, shop, or business? Fine Foods Inc. Distribution has got you covered. From dry goods and frozen foods to your favorite drinks, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, plus all the household must-have. We've got it all under one roof. We're right here in Jimmy, Dominica. And yes, we deliver fast. Whether you're running a supermarket, a corner shop, a bar, or just like your pantry full and happy, Fine Foods Inc. brings you the best brands you know and love. Great prices, top-tier service, trusted products. Call us at 255-6810 or 316-0164 or drop by our Jimmy location to check out what's in store. Fine Foods Inc.
Fine Foods Inc., the biggest distributor for the biggest brand.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. Caribe, Petro Caribe.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
Just Mobank me. Here's my ID.
Just Mobank me. It's that easy.
The faster, easier way to bank. NBD makes it easy to bank online, anywhere, at any time with Mobanking. The faster, easier way to bank.
The faster, easier way. So transfer funds on Mobanking.
The faster, easier way to pay your bills with Mobanking. The faster, easier way.
So order checks on Mobanking.
The faster, easier pay employees on Mobanking. The faster, easier way to bank. Plus, you can now top up your phone on Mobanking. No need for cash or card. Simply log into Mobanking to top up your phone. Visit nbdominica.com or follow us on Facebook and Instagram for more details. The faster, easier way to bank. NBD. Your partner, your bank.
Covering the nation and beyond. DBS Sports Report.
Welcome to the Morning Sports Report. Let's begin with news that sports administrators vying for a position on the Dominica Olympic Committee will have until this afternoon to signal their interest, as the nomination period will close later today. The Dominica Olympic Committee, they are scheduled to hold their election of officers on the 23rd of July, and today is the last day for nominations. Nominations are only being accepted at the electoral office, and the deadline for nominations is at 4 o'clock this afternoon. The nominees for the various positions are expected to be released during the Olympic Committee's annual general meeting this Thursday. The Dominica Olympic Committee, like we said, will conduct elections on the 23rd of July, and the elections will be presided over by the former Chief Elections Officer, Ian Anthony. Billy Doctrove has been president of the Dominica Olympic Committee for the past 2 terms. In some more sports this morning, head coach of the Aspirers Athletics Club, Nabi Wallace, has hailed his club's efforts at the Critley Bino Club Championships, where the club dominated in both the boys and girls events on their way to winning the competition at the Benjamin's Park on the weekend. Aspirers won the men's division with 32 points, Pioneers Athletics Club placed second with 27 points, and the Olympians were third with 11 points. While in the girls division, Aspirers topped with 21 points, while Westmore Rangers and Pioneers finished tied on 20 points, with the Striders Athletics Club finishing on 16 points.
We give God the glory and will continue to train harder to accomplish not just local success, but stamp our mark for Dominica across the region. I do not know what have set us apart from the other clubs in such a short space of time. But one thing I do know is that the Aspirers Athletics Club is a united family. I compliment the athletes for the consistency that they show in training, whether it's a heavy loading or a light loading. My experiences gained from working in different countries over the past few years has played a pivotal role as to how I structure training plans and keep athletes motivated to work hard and win easy. Aspirers move under the motto, setting the standard to be followed, and so we push for quality performances from all our athletes.
And that's the head coach of the Aspirers Athletics Club, Nabi Wallace. Well, no new records were set at the meet, but we can look at some of the individual performances. Shakan Stedman of the Pioneers Athletics Club, he ran 10.8 seconds to win the senior men's 100-meter event. Stedman also won the 400-meter event. The former Olympic athlete Luan Gabriel, she won the senior females 100-meter event in a time of 12.1 seconds. Chris Toussaint took the senior men's 200-meter event running 22.4 seconds. And Luan Gabriel again, she was on top of the podium as she won the female 200-meter event. Keisha Luke also had a good day as she won the women's 800 and 400-meter events. Let's move on to some cricket news now, as South Africa's stand-in captain Wyan Mulder says he has no regrets in not breaking the Brian Lara's record for the highest score in Test cricket history. Mulder hit the highest Test score for a South African and the fifth highest total in Test cricket history. He was not out on 367 at lunch on day 2 of the second Test against Zimbabwe when he surprisingly decided to declare the South African innings on 626 for 5. Mulder explained why he didn't attempt to break Brian Lara's record.
To be honest with you, I've never even dreamt of getting a double 100, never mind a triple 100. But it's super special, and the most important thing is to put the team in a good position to hopefully win this test. Well, first things first, I thought we got enough for me to bowl. And secondly, Brian Lara is a legend, let's be real. He got 401 or whatever it was against England, and for someone of that stature to keep that record is pretty special. I think if I get the chance again, I'd probably do the same thing. I know speaking to Shooks, he kind of said to me as well, like, listen, let the legends keep the really big scores. And, you know, you never know what's my fate or whatever you want to call it, what's destined for me. But I think Brian Lara keeping that record is exactly the way it should be.
And that's the stand-in South Africa captain, Wyan Mulder. Well, an update on that test match, that second test match between South Africa and Zimbabwe. Remember, South Africa declared on 626 for 5. Zimbabwe, they were bowled out for 170. And then a short while ago, they were 169 for 5 in the second innings, being asked to follow on. They're still trailing by 287 runs to avoid an innings defeat. Still with cricket news, the West Indies head coach Darren Sammy has suggested that there might be some changes to the batting lineup for the third and final test match against Australia. Well, his comments as the West Indies folded for 143, chasing 277 to win the second test. Brandon King has been the only West Indies batsman to score a half-century in the series, with openers Craig Brathwaite, John Campbell and Casey Carty, who bats at number 3, struggling against the Australian pace. Sammy says that the West Indies have not been good enough.
Not good enough, for sure. I mean, yes, we all know we're playing against the number 1 team in the world. 4 quality bowlers in the top 10. But the display, you know, we've just not shown when it is tough to find a way to absorb pressure. You know, you look at on the other side, we've had the top order, I mean, under 100 for 4 wickets down, for probably in all three or 4 innings we've played. But they find a way, or maybe our bowlers are not disciplined enough, but they found a way, and that's what the top teams do. We try to get to that position. You know, it's a new set of guys trying to find that identity, that brand, build confidence. But yeah, over the last 2-4 innings, last 2 fourth innings of test matches, we've been really poor. The analysts were saying to me, you know, we will not, the next 2 test matches we play, we will not have that quality of bowling to be constantly challenging us, where you got top 4 guys in the top 10. But our lower order, you know, 8, 9, 10 has been really good. And we've seen glimpses of what we could do as a team. So definitely we'll have a look at that. See, you know, the guys that are in the squad and how fair it is to move on as quickly as 3 test matches.
West Indies head coach Darren Sammy. Well, the third test between the West Indies and Australia, it's a day-night match and it gets underway on Saturday in Jamaica. Still of cricket news, the West Indies women's under-19 player Amir Gilbert is among 4 Dominicans on the Windward Islands under-19 team as the Windwards get set for the start of the regional women's under-19 tournament in Trinidad this morning. Well, Gilbert, the off-spinner, was part of the West Indies under-19 team at the last World Cup in Malaysia. She's been joined on the team by wicketkeeper Kayla George and fast bowlers Shadia Seaman and Abigail Celestine. While the Windward Islands will play Barbados in their opening match this morning. In some volleyball news now, it was a tough day for the national under-18 beach volleyball team of Kyson Anthony and Kayla Robinson as Dominica went down in their first 2 matches in the under-18 Nautica beach volleyball qualifiers in the Dominican Republic yesterday. Well, the national team put up a strong showing in their first match, but they went down in 3 sets to Puerto Rico. Dominica took the first set but lost the next 2. They lost the match 20-22, 21-18 and 15-13. The team also went down to Mexico yesterday afternoon, losing in straight sets 21-5 and 21-14. Dominica will play their final match in the group against the United States this morning. Defending women's volleyball champions, the Acers, could retain their women's title tonight as they face MCCU Sunrise in Game 2 of the women's finals in the KFC National Volleyball League. Well, the Acers took Game 1 of the series on the weekend, winning it in straight sets 25-18, 25-21, and 25-18. The Acers are leading the 3-match series 1-0. Game 2 is set for tonight at 6:30 at the Massac Indoor Facility. Meantime, the men's finals will continue on Sunday. Club 1 are leading in the men's Division 1 finals. They have a 1-0 lead over MCCU Sunrise. And Club 1 are also leading 1-0 in the Division 2 finals against R&D Academy. Let's turn our attention to bridge now as the PRO of the Dominica Bridge Association, Henry Volney, says this year's showing at the OECS Bridge Championships was not Dominica's best. While the Dominica team came back yesterday after taking part in the tournament in St. Lucia over the weekend.
On Friday, we had the Nationals, and the national team of Dominica comprised Fred Issa and Dr. Richard Green, and Albert Astafan and Dr. Dorian Shillingford. In the Nationals, we did not do so well, and we came 4th out of 5. While that was going on, you also had the open pairs, and in the open pairs, we had the team of Henry Volney and Donna Langford and Augustus Fidel and Jason John Baptist. And there were 6 open pairs teams, and we came 4th in that. But at the same time, too, I must say that the difference between the 2nd place, 3rd place, and 4th place was 4 points. And so we could very easily, by a little twist here or there, have become 2nd. Over the whole period, I think that we did not do particularly well. We've done better in previous years. But at the same time, Dominica has its ranks among OECS bridge players.
PRO of the Dominica Bridge Association, Henry Volney. Well, Dominica did manage to secure a 2nd place finish in a 7-team consolation event, and the team of Dr. Dorian Shillingford and Albert Astafan placed 3rd in the finals of the pairs competition, which featured 10 pairs. Volney and Langford, they placed 6th in that competition. We have time for one more story, and we can tell you that the technical support officer at the Eastern Caribbean Volleyball Association, the ECVA, Erickson Libla, says the achievements of the regional association should not go unnoticed. Well, Libla, who is a former executive member of the Dominica Volleyball Association, says that the ECVA has made significant strides. His comments as Dominica joined the rest of the volleyball fraternity in celebrating World Volleyball Day yesterday.
Volleyball in the ECVA has come a long way. From small beginnings and informal play to structured leagues, regional championships, and participation on the world stage, we've witnessed incredible growth. We've seen athletes from small island nations rise to meet global standards, proving that talent, heart, and determination matter more than size or resources. Whether it's beach or indoor, we know this sport is more than just a game. It teaches discipline, teamwork, resilience, and pride. And it gives our young people a chance to dream bigger on and off the court. As we look to the future, I want to encourage our youth to stay passionate, stay focused, and keep pushing forward. The game is evolving, and so are the opportunities. With the right support, the next generation of ECVA players can go even further, competing professionally, pursuing scholarships, or representing their countries with pride. So today, as we celebrate volleyball across the globe, let's also recommit ourselves to building strong programs, supporting our athletes, and growing the ECVA family.
A technical support officer at the Eastern Caribbean Volleyball Association and former vice president of the Dominica Volleyball Association, Erickson Libla. And the West Indies women's captain Hayley Matthews and leg spinner Afi Fletcher have been shortlisted for the coveted ICC Women's Player of the Month award for June. Well, Hayley Matthews scored 104 runs in 3 ODIs against South Africa, including a half century in the third match. She also chipped in with 4 wickets, and then in the T20s, she scored 147 runs with 2 half centuries and also took 2 wickets as well. She was named the player of the series in the T20 series as the West Indies won that 2-1. Meantime, Afi Fletcher was the leading wicket taker in both the ODI and T20 series against South Africa. The leg spinner finished with 9 wickets in the ODIs, and then she claimed 5 wickets in the T20 matches at an economy rate of 6.75. Well, that's a look at the DBS Morning Sports Report. More sporting highlights at 11 o'clock during the morning news update, and also at 1:28 during the 13:15 news. Until then, I'm Gavin Richard saying good morning.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
Just Mobank me. Here's my ID.
Just Mobank me. It's that easy.
The faster, easier way to bank. NBD makes it easy to bank online, anywhere, at any time with Mobanking. The faster, easier way to bank.
The faster, easier way. So transfer funds on Mobanking.
The faster, easier way to pay your bills with Mobanking. The faster, easier way.
So order checks on Mobanking.
The faster, easier pay employees way. On Mobanking. The faster, easier way to bank. Plus, you can now top up your phone on Mobanking. No need for cash or card. Simply log into Mobanking to top up your phone. Visit nbdominica.com or follow us on Facebook and Instagram for more details. The faster, easier way to bank. NBD. Your partner, your bank.
It is 27 minutes to 8 o'clock. It's time for this morning's weather report, brought to you compliments Big H Financial and Flow. And on this note, we say good morning to Dilvan Matthew.
Good morning. The weather update from the Dominica Meteorological Service at the Douglas Charles Airport for the 8th of July 2025, recorded at 7 a.m. The weather today is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy, slightly hazy and breezy at times with a few showers. The current conditions at the Douglas Charles Airport: fair skies with surface winds east-south easterly at 8 knots or 15 km per hour. The present temperature 28 degrees Celsius or 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Yesterday's rainfall was 6.8 millimeters and the monthly rainfall